I'm trying. I am so trying. Alright, so we're gonna look. We're gonna play some games for the weather deck. I'm having some trouble getting some previous gameplay. I'll work on that today. But let's look at whether you like it or not. Some gameplay footage. Let's do some gameplay. Oh my goodness. I've got game sound. And I think the audio won't be too bad, hopefully.
You shall die, worm.
That's not nice.
Any last words?
Alright, so we got monster versus monster. So my deck is a pure weather control deck. We don't need two Wild Hunt Riders. There we go. We don't need a Foglet for sure. That's not too bad. And we got Frost. We don't need two Biting Frost. Well, we got a whole bunch of Wild Hunt Warriors in our hand. Not necessarily bad, not necessarily good. We'll start off with an easy play here. There they go. This looks like this might be a, well, let's see.
Did I scare you?
Lacerate is a very good card.
Ested esa crisa.
Alright. A lot of monster decks use that. Play Eridan first. And then they...
Any last words?
pass. So they're almost
Not your lucky
guaranteed.
day.
So he's really going for the win here. So I've got to kind of match this.
Shall die, worm.
What he's trying to do is trying to get the biggest possible card he can on the board. Right? It's a very smart strategy. I will Fog, which will add weather, take him down, and give Sarah a buff. Manticore's going with a removal. We are going to use our Wild Hunt Warrior to pick off his Vran Warrior, because just in case it stays on the board, we don't want it at 7. We're hoping it's a 50-50 chance if he passes that the Foglet will be on the board, which will go away, which would be nice. But at this point, it looks like he is going with a... he's going in on the first one. So, we're up by 3. If we pass here, he has to play another card. So we're going to pass. We're going to go in with a card advantage and see what happens. Because right now, the 4 cards we have on the board are all 6 and over, whereas he has a chance. So he's playing a lot of cards out of his hand. So we shall see. A common play for other monster decks is they'll put big cards out first 2 turns, Geralt and Eridan, and then pass, thinking that they'll have a 12 or 10 point advantage going in round 2, which is it's a sound strategy. But he's burning through a lot of cards right now. Looks like he's a big creature and removal. Well, that was interesting. So he has 3 cards in his hand, no hero ability. I'm going to have at least 6 points on the board for round 2. He has a chance of having a Foglet on the board, so he has Eridan. That's the best chance, and I have my... well, it's actually not bad having Sarah, in all honesty. What I want to use here is I want to use my Scorch to take out his Fiend. So I can protect Sarah. Because eventually, Sarah is going to be in game. He's playing that particular card. Now, I'm playing Weather, both Frost and Fog, because he'll summon his Foglets too, but they'll give Sarah a huge buff. He's down to 3 cards. I have still a bunch of good cards coming in. He is going to try to win every round.
Comes for you.
And while that's something you can do, you want to think in mind that there's 3 rounds. So you don't necessarily want to go all in every round. There we go. I have 3 cards to 1 card. So I have a good advantage going in round 2. He's used Geralt, which is one of the bigger legendary. Let's see. That's a he may have a big card in his hand he's trying to play out. Alright, that works out for me. So I still have Sarah, my weather. Oh, well. I have 20 points in hand, and I have a 6-point lead starting off. But I'm not going to let him know that. I'm just going to play a very simple card.
There is no escape.
I'm up by 11 with 16 points in hand. He plays a Fiend. This will allow me to take that down and also get another buff to Sarah. Scorched Sarah. Very nice. Please save that for that. And we have 1. There's no point in continuing on and rubbing it in. It's a good game. Monster weather deck against a monster weather control deck. Either control weather deck it looks like. Mine's pure weather. It's different than most weather decks you see out there. It's going straight with control. It's very nasty. It's my most requested deck. I made the video yesterday on it. And I was going to do gameplay, but I thought I'd just go ahead and play it today. The results are going to be the same. Now we actually have game sound. Been working with that. I do appreciate everybody watching these videos and watching me play. That's Shifu the cards.
For Skellige's glory!
So we're going to see it against the Skellige deck. Probably Graveyard Manipulation, if I was going to guess. It's a very popular Skellige. It's either Graveyard Manipulation or Wound. Either way, we should be fine. We got a lot of weather in hand. So that's always good. We don't need a Foglet. First thing I always do is trim the Foglets from my deck. A lot of weather. We're going to take one of these Biting Frosts out. And one of these Ancient Fogs. And so, I didn't know we'll see what we got. Sorry, my phone was going crazy. Okay, so we got the Riders. It's good. Riders on the Storm. Yeah, Mold. If you haven't heard it, it's pretty good. And let me know, by the way, if y'all like this, or if you want to hear music instead of the game sound. I can do either way. So in my hand, I have 1 weather card that spawns weather in the Siege Row. Frost, any weather I want. Fog and Frost, Frost and Rain. And as shown in the video, Eridan's very important. The deck. I'm not one of those players that play him
into
off
the
the
fair.
bat. I like to just save him if the case goes to a slugfest and win some games. Owl's Thunder. Alright. So it's definitely a wound deck, it looks like. Or at least some light wounding, right? Now, you could have Manticore's Venom here, or you could have a Lacerate as a wound deck. So, that was where I went with that. You're going to have to get him out eventually.
Onward!
Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to play Frost and we're going to play White Frost. That limits him, gives us some focus on the board. That also sets his guy to 1. We can use our Wild Hunt, our Wild Hunt Warrior to ping him down and get to 6. This one should be a very defensive game, which is where we might see Eridan be the win condition here.
1 billion barrels of burning pitch.
we're simply going to reapply frost. Because we have the weather. So that's what we're looking at here, just reapplying weather. Light longship, I believe that's rain, weather immune. So as you can see, they have a really good, Skellige has some
There is
good
no escape.
anti-monster tech. But the good thing is we are, yeah, he's just, this is a very defensive game. And this is exactly what I was talking about with Aridin being crucial to this game. Pass. This is a really good showcase against a really nasty Skellige wing. Probably not gonna have anything on the board. Rounds 2, probably be a Foglet that'll win, or 1 point, and it's nothing. Alright. All that will definitely come in handy. He's used a lot of clears. Let's see if he has another one.
Did I scare you?
What is it?
He did. Alright, so he has a lot of clears here. Ah, man. So let's see. What do we do? Don't have a lot of...
Death comes for you.
Just want to keep ahead here and make him use a lot of resources on this one. We don't want to use the weather, because he's going to try to use a big hit. He has War Cry. That's the big part of the deck. Wound, wound, wound all the way down, then do War Cry. Big attack. And there it is.
Skellige's glory!
So he's going in with that, right? So we knew that was coming. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna play our weather. Now he's got to keep on playing because he's got to win this round. So he baited out his heroic ability. We're looking into round 3 with Aridin for the win condition.
Don't you pester me.
So we're still okay.
Death comes for you.
We're keeping ahead of him. With Aridin as a win condition, we can reapply Frost if he continues to pump up. If he does the War Cry here, we just simply reapply Frost. Heavy wound. Heavy wound deck. I think we go ahead and go for the win condition here, honestly. Because he's going to go for... Let me see your War Cry.
Dead as a creaser.
That's the next play. Or that. Either way, we just simply reapply Frost. And at this point, if he pumps him up,
I promise you a quick death.
okay, it's 11-11. We are going to... This is interesting. So he's got to win. He's got to play a card. So we're going to pass. Let's keep one card advantage into round 3. So he's got to play the final card in his hand. And he forfeited. So, and there you go. Aridin was the win condition. That's why I have him and not another weather. I have weather covered. What I need is when you're in crucial games against wounding decks, you need to have the ability to have that win condition. So I'll play one more for the video. and really tough, really good games. You see that I played a monster control and was able to
Crush
with the
those
weather,
vermin!
out control the control. I played a Skellige,
Benny
and Eridan
lost
was the win condition
words.
against the wound. Kind of exactly what I wanted to show you with this deck. And those are all top tier decks I was playing against. So it shows you exactly what I was talking about. We don't need 2 Wild Hunt Riders. We definitely don't need a Foglet. And that is about as good a opening hand as we have. We have all sorts of weather, and we have, wish this was something different, but it'll work. So I'm hoping this is Northern Realms Bounce Back. That's another popular strong deck. That would be a good showcase for this video. Now remember, this is the second part in a 3-part series. Tomorrow I will be showing you how to beat this deck. Alright, so he has thrown out an 8. I'm going to go ahead and frost it just in case he has a promote. He's trying to get 10 quick points on me. And I have weather to spare, so it's always a good play. We will see what he does. Also, I can ping it with a Wild Hunt Warrior and start off with a nice 6 points. Or you could just pass, which is also an option. But we're still going to ping it.
There is no escape.
Now give us 6 points going into round 2. And we have plenty of points for rounds 2 and 3. So, this is going to be I mean, this is where it's really nasty. This is going to be a good video series on some powerful decks up now. I hate seeing that card. I hate seeing that card. That was about the worst draw I could get. That was about the worst draw I could get, honestly. But we're going to establish the weather on this one already. This is intimidating for Northern Realms because they have a lot of range. So we're up 20-0 before round 2 really even gets underway. Now they'll have some bounce backs, some Witchers. Very nice. I like it. So we're going to shut down the Witchers.
Climb an L.
And we're just going to bathe them in weather. Now, there are ways of doing it. Now, he has a Northern Realms deck, so he can promote.
Let's show him what real art
There we go.
is.
This is the deck. Everybody wanted to see this. Priscilla dancing deck. Let's see. We are going to get rid of the Wishers. Now, he can sit there. Yeah, so his reason why he passed there is that he is trying to
Long live
bounce
the
back.
king!
Now what he's trying to do here, he's trying to get that back row to 30 with getting 3 of those, but I'm going to rain those out and stop that from happening. He had to clear skies. Very nice. So he's going to get 30 points off that, which is good. But what I'm going to do is, so he's going to promote that and get it to 30, which is good. I don't happen to have another rain in my hand, but I still should be able to outpoint him. So there comes a 30-point play right there. Very good.
Onward! Attack!
Now what I'm doing is I'm baiting him into thinking I don't have another weather. Because what he's going to do is he's going to pump up those 2 units in the range and melee with Northern Realm stuff. So I want him to do that before I lay down the weather.
Damn it.
So this is a very good Northern Realms bounce deck. Good showcase for this weather deck. Now he's going to play Kedwani Siege Experts, and he's going to play Reaver Scouts, and all sorts of things.
Sure. Be glad to.
Best give up now!
And there you go. You see how strong this deck is. So you can keep on. This is the deck that counters monsters. A heavy promote Northern Realms deck. So I'm gonna let him keep on playing cards because I want him to exhaust his resources. So hopefully Aridin is a win condition.
Salutations.
There's the Kedwani Siege Expert. And now, that is interesting. He played it on the back row. So what I want to do, he doesn't know that I can't beat him right now. He's got to keep on playing. Well, he knows I can play this if he passes, so I can technically beat him. I'm trying to get all his Kedwanis out of his hands and his Reaver Scouts. Now, Scorch. Alright. This card is useless, but I want to play it because I want him to keep on playing cards. So here comes, like I said, Aridin becomes a win condition. So I'm setting up Aridin for the win in round 3. There's more Kedwani Siege Expert, or Swallow Potion. That's phenomenal. So he's down to 2 cards. I have 1. And hopefully one of my bigger cards will stay on the board. So here we go. That was the worst card to stay on the board with me. Now he has, I'm sure, in his hand, he has the Medic. And that's actually a good card to draw. Here comes Field Medic.
Tell me you jest.
There we go. That's why I don't like that card. That deck. It's just so, it's a lot of random stuff. So here we go. I'll frost it over. Now I'm sure he has another Kedwani Siege Expert. Or another Field Medic, probably.
Aye, aye, sir.
Alright. So now it comes down to he has 9 points.
Any lost words?
It's a great game. He will win because I'm sure it's some kind of pump up or a Field Medic. But Aridin gave me the best chance to win. No, he lost. So he didn't have enough to win. I don't know what that was. Then there you go. Aridin is the win condition. Now we had 3 great games against 3 top tier decks against my Ultimate Weather Control. And you see that it's not just overpowered. These were all great games. It came down to Aridin. 2 of the 3 against tough decks came down to Aridin as a win condition. So people say, Dagon, use Dagon. No, this deck has the weather. What it doesn't have is that it's going to be slugfest. It's going to come down to a 10-point card that you have in the ace in the hole. And that's why he's there. So that is the video part of my video series. That is the gameplay part of my video series, whether you like it or not. Against 3 of the, it happened to be perfect, 3 of the top tier decks in the game right now. A Monster Control in game 1 that we won. A Skellige Wound in game 2 that we won. And a great bounce back Northern Realms top tier deck that we also won. So this deck is very, very strong against all the top tier decks. Great gameplay. Thank you for my opponents for playing those games. It was very good, and I appreciate it. That's a heck of a video series you're all about to watch. So So I'm gonna stop talking for a second so I can cut it on the video, but I'll keep on playing for a little bit today. And you also heard actual game sounds. I think that's pretty awesome.